I'm going. Okay.
Tree.
No, I think there's...
Water.
You fill the bowl with the fresh spring water.
But it's not bitter, so what we have to do is...
It's better when it's bitter. Today, do money plays.
Website. Yeah.
Okay. If you want to get other games like Perils of Rosella and King's Quest 3,
You probably have to order those on the internet. Yeah. Or download from a site where you can download the source game he's playing. Don't give away, it's a secret. Yes, it's a secret. Okay.
It is?
Yeah.
It'll tell you if you actually go visit the game.
Okay, here we go. This is the game.
Yeah, I don't remember what else. I don't remember King's Quest 3. I still pretty sure. It's a Mongolian guy. Until for the first time,
It was made back in the 80s.
if you love puzzle games, like, this is the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an open
You don't have a queen. So that's what drives this whole story. Is that he's very...
When you do get to Perils of Rosella, that's when it becomes
Well, in terms of the development, he goes to Tamir, because Janesta calls her there to help her, and she's trying to find something to heal King Grant because he has a heart attack basically. Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different one. Which one did you meet the queen? I can't remember.
This one, the very end, you would meet the Valenice right here in this game.
Oh, and they actually did come out with a remake in 2017, and it's actually really good. It's in 3D, it's not in pixels, so if you're a 3D guy, but it's kind of different.
Your Majesty. King Graham?
Oh, yes, Minister,
Gervain, sire.
Of course. My apologies, Gervain.
Not necessary, Your Majesty. After all, I've been your security and defense minister for but a short while.
Yes. Where did you say you were from again?
Just some small, insignificant land to the far south. Pales greatly in comparison to your realm, my lord.
Ah, do you have something to report?
As a matter of fact, my liege, there's a small concern regarding the duty shifts of some of the castle guards and of the countryside patrols. Also, we are expecting our armed entourage from our nearest neighbor to return within the week. And there is the matter of an alliance with... my liege?
My apologies again, Minister Gervain. Please, continue.
Yes. As I was saying, there is the matter of an alliance with Hesperia. They've become a strong nation now, and it may be prudent to show our willingness to support them, lest they decide we are more of a hindrance than a help.
Does the king there have any daughters who've come of age?
I do not believe so, sire. As for the security arrangements for the royal ball held last week, I do believe the evening went by very smoothly. I dare say just about every princess in this region attended, and not one lost slipper, to coin a phrase.
Ugh, please, do not remind me.
See, that's all Graham's thinking
Indeed,
about. It's funny.
they were none too fetching. Would you like me to go over your plans for today, my lord?
Oh, please.
Very well.
Oh, forgive me once again. I am afraid that my mind wanders much these days. I wonder if my predecessor experienced times like these.
No doubt. Though I did not know King Edward the Benevolent personally, I understand he was a happy and astute man during his married life, before his wife passed away, that is.
So King Edward was the
If I may be so bold, perhaps my lord is feeling that certain rooms in his castle are somewhat sparsely filled. The throne room, for example, and other rooms that serve but a single soul, like your dining room and your bed chambers.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to sound like.
Perhaps, but I do fear I've met no such candidates that would fill the rooms you have mentioned.
You should not lose heart, your majesty. If you pause to reflect for but a moment, you may see clearly what is hidden to others.
I really wish they'd make Graham's hair a lighter color, because when he gives like the sides and he shows his face in the picture where he's talking, you really can't even see his hair. It's a black background. She's gray right there, seems like. Now it's kind of, I don't know.
You gaze into the mirror. The minister's words seem
That's
to echo
Patrick's
in your
way.
head. If you pause to reflect for but a moment.
Graham looks like Patrick's way.
Not that you've been doing much else lately. For many weeks now, you've been reflecting over the direction your life has taken.
Kind of a cross between Patrick's way.
While Daventry has prospered under your wise leadership, so far your existence has been a dreadfully lonely one. Wait, the mirror is changing. As you watch, you begin to see a series of images, though you struggle to fathom their meaning.
Okay, here's the cutscene right here.
You recognize the landscape. It is Kalima, a land not far from Daventry.
The priest and Temple of Doom. Oh, here we go. This is all the 3D stuff that's brand new. Now we're going to see a 3D representation of Kalima. And this is all places we're fixing to go.
Oh, I remember the second
And no, it's not Rumpelstiltskin.
troll?
He's a nice one.
The troll? Oh yeah, the 3 stones.
Blue,
you have-
green, and green.
3 stones. you have
And that
to put
takes
in.
us to... No. This is the island.
I don't know what it's called.
There's a secret about this island. There's a secret about this island. No, Melanies. She's the girl in the tower.
Well, what's the
There was actually a
secret?
song written, and I think they tried to make it a thing on the radio, but it didn't really take off. It's called The Girl in the Tower. I think we hear it at the end of this game.
Hey, Dad.
Girl in the tower. See, Graham looked like he got any teeth there. I don't know.
You see the most beautiful woman you have ever set eyes upon. Somehow you can feel her sadness and her intense desire to
There's
leave
a
that
secret about
place.
this tower.
She is a prisoner in that tower.
You'll find out.
Did you find what you were looking for, sire?
She was just like creepily watching me the entire time. He was just watching.
I require my ship ready for transport, Gervain. I shall be going on a trip presently.
Indeed. Where shall I tell the captain you'll be heading?
To Kalima. I have to find someone.
I see. Well, if you must go, it is my duty to ensure that you leave prepared. Arm yourself, sire. I hear Kalima is not the safe haven it once was.
Of course. I shall take the sword of the first king, as is my right.
A wise precaution, sire. And, if I may be so brash to ask, who might you be seeking?
If all goes well, my bride.
There goes the adventurer's hat.
Which one does he throw it out
He throws it out. That's very good. He's looks very
Yeah.
Rosella and
to? Gwydion.
what?
Gwydion. I
Yeah.
always said Gwydion.
Okay. Meanwhile, in Kalima.
Gwydion.
No. Yeah. Whatever. Shh, shh, shh. Meanwhile, in Kalima.
Oh, there's a secret about the cave, too. Oh, I remember what I used to call her.
Father,
Sister Agatha,
how may I be of service?
an opportunity has arisen, sister. I trust you still have your captive held securely away.
Of course.
A bit cruel keeping her locked away like that, do you not think?
No. How dare she flaunt her beauty in front of all to see? Her foolish Mill and Myra see her and forget that I was the most beautiful of all in my day.
And in your own special way, you are still beautiful.
You devil!
That is not an unfair description.
Now, you mentioned a service, I believe.
Yes. The King of Daventry has advised his faithful minister that he shall be departing for Colima presently. On a quest, you might say.
Really? What kind?
The kind that involves sticking his neck out to rescue a damsel in distress.
And what have I to do with his neck?
Put simply, my dear, sever it.
In a basketball game? Or
No,
I used-
sever means to cut it off.
he didn't say sever, he said serve.
A day's journeying from Daventry has found you by the shores of Colima. Your ship, the Grand Thethor, and its crew have deposited you and will return the day after tomorrow. Hopefully, this will give you enough time to locate and release the imprisoned woman you saw in the magic mirror.
Okay, the Grand Thethor. I don't know. We're at a speed this game up right now. Hang on a second.
Turn the speed up.
Game speed, all the way top. Music volume, let's turn it down. Sound volume, turn it down a little bit. Speech, yeah, just a hair. Okay. Wait. There we go.
And you walk so fast now. It's Sonic. Sonic the King, if he was a king.
Okay, and here's the old lady's
This is
house.
where you have a choice. You can either go forward or the old lady's house.
Let's see.
And this is actually, there's an Easter egg in here too.
You open the mailbox. Inside, there is, incredibly, a letter addressed to the resident. You decide to leave it in there. A card has been dropped in it also. You read it.
Have you been missing church services lately? How long a while since your last confession? There is still time yet to repent of your sins before the final hour. Come to the Church of Colima to pray for your own salvation, or just make a donation. Put your faith back into the church and walk the path that has been laid down before you. Hours from dusk till dawn.
You replace the card and close the mailbox.
If you see
The roof looks weather-worn but still leak-free. What a gorgeous flower bed! A row of red flowering plants grow happily in this well-tended plot.
anywhere, it just, you can look at anything in that game. Anything you click on.
You attempt to open the door but find it is locked. You think you can hear the sound of labored breathing inside and decide against causing any further disturbance.
Alright.
Take out your sword and slash the door open.
Yeah, that's what I should do. It's a good idea.
No!
No, it's not.
And if there's...
Bad idea.
Oh, this is where some people come. This looks like something in King's Quest. Oh,
This large fallen log is all that remains of a once grand tree.
if you do actually, in King's Quest, you always look in trees. Or, no, you...
You peer into the depths of the dark hole. As luck would have it, you discover a beautiful set of earrings hidden inside. Each one is laced with glittering diamonds and contains a lovely blue sapphire stone in the center. Perhaps someone stashed them here. At any rate, you take them into your possession.
Look at the blue stone.
Cool. There's... Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Wait,
I do not remember what we do with those. I don't...
oh, I remember, but I'm not telling you.
You don't remember.
You're right, I don't know.
I know, I can tell. I know you
Wait,
all
and look at
too.
the whole... Oh. In the log, check
Okay.
in the log. Oh yeah, the coin.
You peer into the log but see nothing of interest.
Check the other side.
You peer into the log but see nothing of interest.
So look at this right here. Coins.
Don't do it, don't do it.
I know. So
Yes.
this is a trick. Let's save here.
Coin.
Beginning. Okay.
yeah.
So let's say, oh, I'm going to get these coins. Look at this. Whoa!
Oh no, you've been caught in a trap. Whoever said it will probably return soon.
Ironically, 2 seconds later.
There he is.
Ah, marvelous! What a catch!
He doesn't waste much
I
time.
feel like a bit of target practice.
Oh.
There are safer ways to trigger a trap, or didn't you notice it?
You use your sword.
Yeah, I know.
You use the
Restore, beginning, restore. Okay.
use the saber.
So,
Use the force.
3 gold coins shimmer in a nearby patch of grass.
Use the force.
You don't need the rope.
Why did I say use the force, Link? Use the force.
oh no, hold on. Okay, there we go.
Use the force, Luke. Use the force, Luke. Use the force. Use the force, Luke.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, he used the force.
You don't need the rope.
You don't need the rope.
You don't need the rope.
You
Okay,
need
fine.
the coins.
I'll take the coins.
As you pick up the gold coins, they suddenly turn dark. Now they resemble ordinary metal. Wait a minute. This isn't gold. It's fool's gold.
Should be saying it should be. It should
Okay,
be said
so-
it's a fool's. It's a the fool's coin.
Would you come here, sit down. No.
I was right there.
No.
What is that?
Two of it. That means all the points we gotta get.
Oh, check the log. Check the log.
You have
No.
Why don't you check that one? Oh, I know.
Because that guy came by.
Tree. I feel like you gotta do something with the tree.
See, this tree, I don't think there's anything about this tree.
There's no reason for you to manipulate the small tree in any way.
Oh, what about cutting it down with this sword?
I don't know.
Ew.
Brandishing your sword might make you appear an accomplished fighter, but you will not make many friends by being careless with it. Besides, it's valuable. Take care of it.
Okay.
The fight. I don't know what it is with that tree.
Yeah.
Get out.
There's a log nearby.
Oh, great. Okay.
Take out the hand.
Run.
That was close, man. That enchanter.
Anytime you go to that
Let's
screen,
go. He.
anytime you go to that screen. Whenever you're in that screen, run.
I don't know. You gotta run away from him. He'll mess you up. Oh man, I forgot about this part.
Oh, you have to.
I have to talk to him. I should have to try to take one.
You look for a nice, large pumpkin to take from the patch.
Hey, watch it!
Oh, sorry. I was not aware you could talk.
Likewise. Anyway, be careful where you're treading. You're spoiling the good soil by standing so close. And I got 8 kids to feed.
You glance at the smaller pumpkins. These must be her children.
I only count 7.
Yeah, well, I had 8. Then some strange man who spoke even stranger came by. He claimed to be a horticle. Claimed to know a bit about plants. I let him take a look at my little darlings. Anyway, before I knew it, he'd gone and pinched one of my babies. Took off towards the town, he did. Of all the naive. Just because we're plants doesn't mean we don't deserve any respect.
That's true.
I am sure that is true.
Yeah, of course it is. Oh, so I guess I gotta talk to her again.
Pardon me for asking, but how did you come by the ability to talk?
With a question like that, I might ask you the same.
I was only...
I don't take it personal. That old witch Agatha cast a spell on me so I could guide her precious possessions.
Hagatha?
Yeah, she's the old bag who lives in that cave to the west. You know her type. Green warts, pointed ears, cannibalistic, doesn't put her trash out. Just your stereotypical evil old crown.
She sounds pleasant. You mentioned something about guarding Hagatha's precious possessions.
At least what she considers precious. I reckon they're anything but. Mind you, I have my doubts about Hagatha's legitimate ownership of this stuff, if you know what I mean.
What sorts of items does Hagatha wish you to guard?
Oh, the usual vanities. All useless in my opinion. But what would I know?
The mother pumpkin looks distressed. You decide not to interrupt her at the moment.
The earrings.
No. I think we go into town.
Oh, you sell the earrings. Remember?
We have to find the
ring. The ring. The ring. You sell the ring.
what?
You sell the ring. Remember?
There's nothing interesting about this old log.
Okay. Yeah. There.
Don't bother moving the log.
Oh, okay.
Don't
So
bother moving the log. You will be in very, very boring.
okay, let's go to town.
Boop, boop, boop. This just takes me so long to walk. Why don't I just cut over to the other side?
Go to town.
Check the log.
When you peer into the hole of the pine tree, you see a mallet lying there. You pick it up and take it with you.
Why? Why would there be a mallet there?
Dad,
I mean-
it's
It would be fun to climb the trees for a while, but you have better things to do.
That's true.
How
We
did you
did.
get the mallet? I sounded like the pumpkin. It's you.
Okay, so
It's you. It's you.
yeah.
You're gonna hear that a lot now.
Hey!
What? Who said that?
I did.
Huh?
I'm down here, in the hay.
Oh. Well, who are you?
My name is,
Yes?
I can't seem to remember.
Well then, what are you?
Oh, I'm
Yes?
can't seem to remember that either.
Well, what are you doing in this haystack?
That's easy. I was looking for,
You can't remember.
no. Sorry.
How long have you been in there?
Let's see. It couldn't be longer than,
Yes?
3, maybe 4 weeks?
Weeks?
Yep.
Pardon me for saying, but you sound as if you have a bit of a cold.
Yes. It's all this hay. It's giving me hay fever.
Once you trigger him, that happens. Once you trigger him, he's gonna start sneezing all the time.
The haystack, or rather whoever or whatever is inside it, is no longer responsive to your inquiries.
If you didn't touch him,
Maybe you should do something to help the occupant first. After all, you don't want to get sneezed on while searching the haystack.
That's true. We can take him a napkin or something, or hit him in the head with a mallet. I don't know. Okay, here we go.
You see a man bending over the fountain. He appears to be trying to retrieve something from it.
Aha! Got him.
you've got to sort of pumpkin. You have to throw in the coins. Take the
Yeah,
pumpkin.
I think we gotta go talk to him first.
What the? You can't touch it.
The door of the antique shop is your gateway to the priceless treasures beyond. Maybe. There is a small assemblage of farmers having a discussion nearby. A tall statue of a man stands prominently at the entrance of town. It looks to have been placed here quite a number of years ago. The statue bears a plaque which reads, Count Kaldor, ruler and protector of Colima.
Isn't there actually a statue in real life though?
No,
It
no,
doesn't actually say that.
no. Count Calder. We need to remember that. Remember that name.
A small pumpkin sits in a bowl nearby.
Oh, I wonder what's up with that.
The merchant has a distinct out-of-town appearance and a get-out-of-town aroma.
Yuck. Think he stinks.
This horse must have skipped breakfast.
And he looks very hungry.
The sign reads, Colima Library. There appears to be a sign on the door, but you need to get closer to read it.
Oh.
The door is locked. A sign next to it reads, Open from noon till sunset. The sun's position in the sky indicates that it is currently morning. The owner must not be an early riser.
Okay, so
If you actually tell him to go
Greetings, merchant.
Ah, to you, good day. Shh. A visitor arrived new, no? A sense I possess for these things. Need you have for my wares of great specialty?
Perhaps, but first, I'm curious. Where did you come by such a pumpkin?
Eyes quite keen, have you? Indeed, a specimen unique it is.
Be quiet.
The gift of speech among plants so rare, yes?
Quite so. Are you planning to sell it?
Sell? Never would I sell such a thing as this.
It'll make me incredibly rich.
I mean, entrusted it was to my care. Watch over it, I must.
Forget it. I'm not taking you back to that patch. So pipe down.
Pardon?
Ah, of importance I speak not. Trouble to your ears I meant none.
You save and then you throw in the coins. And if you mess up,
Yeah. So he was digging around in the fountain for the coins that people throw in to make wishes, and we have coins right now. So let's save fountain.
then you throw in the coins.
Oh man, this is a long game, bro.
You want me to do it? Or I can do it?
No, I'm just saying that I remember all these saves I got. There's a lot going on in this game.
The fool's gold again shines the instant the coins leave your hand.
You have to tell him.
3 coins in the fountain.
What? Let me see.
Wait, quickly, now. Come here. Get pumpkin. And book it.
Look at it, man. Yeah.
Book it. You made it.
Yeah.
Get on down that.
Where's that pumpkin?
So now we got the pumpkin.
Boy, I forgot where the pumpkin patch was.
Man, I kind of forgot where it was too. I know it's this way.
It's this way, yeah.
There's a bear.
There it is. Okay. We got the sad little pumpkin. Oh, he's a sad little pumpkin.
My baby! Thank you,
Graham.
thank you, Graham. Here, take this. Maybe this useless trinket of Haggadis will be of some use to you. Serves you right for not enabling me to protect my kids.
The pumpkin hands you a gold brooch with a beautiful blue sapphire.
Yeah, that's nice.
We actually need that.
So now we need to talk to her more because I think she needs some water.
Is there anything more I can do for you?
Me thirsty, Mama. Now that you mention it, my baby is feeling a bit poorly. After all, living in a bowl ain't too good for your health, you know.
No, I did not know that. What would make your baby feel better?
Fresh water, naturally.
Of course.
Not too sweet, though. In fact, the more bitter, the better. My children are very particular about what they drink.
I will see what I can do.
Get the bowl.
Do I have one? I did one.
Put water
Okay.
in it, and then we give it to the baby.
No, it's got to be bitter water. It's something we add to it. I can't remember what that is. We add something to
You
it.
did make a save called bitter.
Yeah. I
No,
remember.
you do go get it out of the ocean.
No, it's not ocean water. No, it's not that. Let me ask one.
So, you want bitter water?
That's right. So don't you go putting sugar in it.
So, you...
That's right.
Okay, so
You try ocean water first. I know exactly. Remember the swans?
yeah.
That's it.
No, there's something we got to add to the water. Oh, I'm telling you, baby. I'm telling you. Oh,
Lemon juice.
lemons. Oh,
Lemons.
Lemons. Okay.
Lemons.
The lemons on the ground are spoiled.
Oh, we
You would
got
do
one.
best.
Yeah, we got one. That's right.
Lemons.
Yeah, we get
You
the
reach
water.
out and pluck a large, juicy-looking lemon from the tree.
You squeeze it into the bowl.
Okay, now
You go in your inventory. No, you go in your inventory.
we gotta get the water first. Crazy.
I know. No.
I wish I had like a...
Run, 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 run,
I'm going. Okay.
Tree.
No, I think there's...
Water.
You fill the bowl with the fresh spring water.
But it's not bitter, so what we have to do is...
It's better when it's bitter.
You cut the lemon with your sword and watch the juice run out.
Juicy lemon. Take the lemon.
After using your sword to cut the lemon's surface, you squeeze some of its juice into the bowl. Then you discard the lemon.
I hope I did that right.
That's it. You did it. Now you mash it with a mallet.
I mashed the pumpkin with a mallet? Okay.
No. Then you mash the water with the mallet. Then you mash the water with the mallet.
Okay, let's see if this is it.
Hey, gosh, your water.
You pour the bitter water
Yay.
over the baby pumpkin. It seems to like that.
Thank you again, Graham. Here, take this.
The pumpkin reaches into her head and pulls out a candle, which she then hands to you.
That thing has been jammed in my head for as long as I can remember. I know it ain't much, but maybe you'll find some use for it.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Besides, it's really hard for me to sleep with that thing lit up inside my head all night.
You think you could sleep with a candle in your head all night, Victor? Why?
Your head would burn. Because it's too big to, because that will never happen.
Yeah, that would never happen, would it? Whoa, dude.
But it's a
Whoa, now.
jack-o'-lantern. She needs that to be alive.
There's not any room in your little head for a candle, even a little tea light candle.
There is room for a candle on your head.
Yeah, I got a
In
big
my
head.
head, I can put in a tea-light candle.
Dude, you could put a lot of candles in your head. You got a big head.
I can put in that candle in my head.
Okay, so we got that done. We're up to 10 points now. We really hadn't done anything.
We are missing 175 points.
We are missing. Let's knock on this door. I think we're just supposed to knock on it.
No, I remember.
You
what
rap
happened.
on the treehouse door and wait a moment, but get no response.
Save.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there. There's nobody there. There's nobody there.
Run. Stupid dude.
Let's go this way a little bit. Oh, I guess I can go that way.
You have run.
Go.
Yay. Oh, I remember. Bridge. The little dude. Save. The little guy comes and cuts it off, doesn't he?
Yeah, hold on.
Bridge. No.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Bridge. First. He cuts it, doesn't he?
No, I think I can walk across it. It doesn't trigger to the very end. Here is...
Oddly, the short path runs up to the mountain wall here, but leads nowhere else.
Walk up to it, Graham. I dare you.
Walk up to it, Graham. Here we go. Listen.
Incredible. The door you have discovered has taken on the appearance of a face. It is silent, however, and almost seems to be waiting for something.
It's a face.
Let's talk to it.
Greetings. I am King Graham of Daventry. Would you by any chance know of the way to a strange island on which stands a quartz tower in which a beautiful woman is being held captive?
You feel more than a little foolish. Surely a door, even one with a face, would neither hear nor understand you.
I am the door of destiny. I am sought out by many, found by few, and opened by none so far. For indeed, only once can I be opened. Such is the magic that I am. Through me will you find the destiny you seek, if you cannot perform a task.
Anything!
You feel intense exuberance that you have come so close to your goal in such a short time.
You must bring me the gems of nature.
I beg your pardon?
The stone door rumbles from deep within. For a time, it says nothing. And then...
Gems of 3 I ask of thee to fetch, collect, and bring to me. In water shall you find the first, though not the type to quench your thirst. Spy the second, high in the sky, with wings or no, thou still must fly. Through swampy mire, so it is heard, in lone dark castle lies the third. Should you succeed, my noble king, to your fair maiden I will bring. I warn you though, you should beware, a danger cloaked awaits you there.
Without warning, the stony face falls silent. As you watch, it gradually smooths out to become the mountainside face once more.
Blue, green, red.
You notice that, within the door, 3 shallow indentations have sunk into the rock's surface. Presumably, the 3 gems of nature must fit here. Now all you have to do is find them. How did that poem go again?
Yeah, how did that poem go again? That's right. So, I'm going to save right here for sure. Save. Door.
What about face?
Door face. Okay. So, we've got that. No, we can't go. Well, we don't have any reason to go back. What is that on the ground? Oh!
You have just discovered
I fell!
the gravity of your situation.
Saved.
I did save. I did save. I fell off the...
R.I.P. Rest in
I was so...
You clicked and he accidentally went that way.
Oh, man.
Door
Okay, that was my
face.
first death.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
Yeah, that was my first death in the game.
You died by that little stupid coin thing.
Oh, yeah, but I meant to do that. I was going to show everybody what happened. I knew what was going to happen.
That's like a trick. I'm gonna be so mad.
The paper is torn and dirty. It looks like a flyer of some sort. You smooth out the torn and tattered paper and read, "Curios I have, to the town do come, awaiting I am."
Yeah, okay. So let's go back to town.
Run, run, run.
Okay. Hang on. I'll get us there. Is it the same screen we're just on?
No.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
The bird.
The bird.
The bird. Remember the bird? You don't remember the bird that we had to jump onto and grab? Remember the bird?
Is that this game?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. You gotta jump on the frickin' bird.
I forgot about that.
Stupid bird. I hate the bird. Don't sneeze.
Oh, man.
Freaking bird. Wait, talk to the dude. Talk.
I'm gonna go back and talk to the guy.
I dare you.
Greetings again, merchant.
Yes, many greetings. Need you have now for my wares of great specialty?
What wares do you sell, good merchant?
For yourself, behold them.
You look over the merchant's wares of great specialty and quickly reevaluate them as junk.
You seem to have quite a selection of, well, quite a selection.
A keen eye have you. In an item or two provoke interest, I might?
A daunting task. Rather, by all means.
This I have.
You appraise the object he holds up to you. It is a simple shell, intricately fashioned into the shape of a cone. The workmanship is unlike anything you have ever seen.
Fascinating. Where did you find such a thing?
Oh, old it is. From ancient times descends. Valuable, without question. Royal property, former, to be sure.
You consider his story. Then you begin wondering which beach he found it on.
I know who it belongs to. Remember the mermaid?
The mermaid.
If I were to, say, purchase the shell, what would it cost?
A trifle would you expend. 7 golds.
I fear that I did not bring any money.
Curiosity, I find, in one who travels but with nothing to barter brings.
Good point.
Doesn't make any sense.
Might you trade the shell cone for something?
The merchant ponders over this for a moment.
Of value, many things are. Of fancy, only one I have.
And that is?
Pearls.
Pearls.
Remember, we go to that one island and then we have to
Stop that. Stop
I
it.
almost just fell.
Yeah, onto the computer. So, where do we get pearls?
Remember that, like, that sleeping clam? But if you mess it up, he bites your hand off.
No, that's King's Quest 4. Alright. King's Quest 6, excuse me. Don't bug against this Caleb. That's King's Quest 6. That's a different game. Where do we get the pearls? Hold on a second. Oh, wait. Okay, wait, hold on.
The diamond and sapphire earrings are very... The brooch has an enormous sapphire encircled by 2 rows of glittering
Dang,
diamonds.
sapphires and diamonds, but okay, so I can't do that right now. So let's go.
It's a note over there.
May I help you?
Yes, I was hoping to enrich my knowledge of this fair land by way of perusing your historical texts.
My, that was well put.
No.
Not terribly effective, though.
Pardon me, perhaps I was not clear?
You were.
Then may I?
No.
Why can't I?
You are not a member.
Well then, can I become a member?
No.
Why can I not become a member?
We already have far too many members. It's difficult to keep track of everything.
How many members are there?
2.
If I may inquire, who are your 2 members?
You may not. Neither the Count of Kalima nor that elderly gentleman who lives next door would approve of my divulging that information to you.
Ah, thank you anyway.
This room can communicate a great deal of knowledge.
You mentioned that the Count of Kalima is a member of this library.
Yes.
Have you seen him recently?
The librarian looks at you strangely.
No.
Is there any way I might meet the Count?
Yes.
How?
Die.
Oh, 'cause he's
I would
dead.
have to die to meet the Count?
Depends.
On what?
Your importance.
And if I am important?
Then you might be fortunate enough to be buried on his estate.
Who is buried on the Count's estate?
Counts.
Aha, past Counts, of course. Anyone else?
Yes.
Who?
Him.
Pardon? Do you mean the Count is dead?
The librarian decides to avoid your gaze and seems disinclined to speak further with you on the subject. The librarian seems disinclined to speak further with you.
I think
Okay.
you stole the pen. I think you stole the pen. No, you go over there. You go over there and take that thing. Because it's go out of the library. I know what you have to do. Go over there, take that note, take that note, take that note. Take the note.
Hang on a minute.
The door is plain and has a mail slot. It also has a sign posted on it. You read it.
The family of the deceased wishes to thank all who have expressed their condolences over the passing of their loved one. Frederick enjoyed life and literature and had an ever-present, if sometimes wicked, sense of humor. May his soul be at peace in the realm of the dead, and may its Lord judge him worthy of eternal happiness.
You also notice something sticking out from under the door. You are unable to retrieve any. You are unable to retrieve.
Okay, so I gotta move out of the. I gotta move Graham out of the way.
You are unable. You are unable. You are unable. You are unable. You are. You can't quite get your fingers on whatever is visible under the door.
Use your sword. You slide the sword under the door and hit it.
Making sure that no one is watching, you slide your thin blade under the door and draw out what appears to be a letter. You open the letter and read it. Dear applicant, please find enclosed the library membership card to which you are now entitled. The 5-year application process has concluded, and we are pleased to inform you that your status as a member of the town library is confirmed. Welcome to an exclusive group of patrons. Yours sincerely, Town Librarian. P.S. Please sign your name on the card to ensure validation.
You have to go in there and
It is not meant to be
you have to go in there and use the pen. You take the pen and write the letter. Stop.
I think you try to give it to her, and then she says, okay.
The librarian seems
Okay,
Take
so,
the letter and put it on her.
okay.
Will you accept this?
No,
Why not?
it has not been signed.
See, these people.
What are you doing?
I was just...
Don't!
She's not looking. Wait, she's not looking. She'll look away.
What are you doing?
I was just...
Do
Don't!
it to her.
You quickly grab the quill while the librarian isn't looking and sign your name on the blank library card.
Great.
You replace the quill before the librarian notices it missing.
Will you accept this?
Yes, you are younger than I expected.
I eat well and get a lot of exercise.
I see.
So, what do I do now?
Borrow.
You mean I can take books from this library?
No.
Oh,
Yes?
could you recommend a good book?
How to get it?
There.
And then it says, "Do not be clicked."
The librarian has placed the book on the desk for you to read. Thoughtful, isn't she? The librarian has...
Okay, so,
This book is entitled Way Below Your League, a look at sentient aquatic life. Browsing through it, you notice an interesting excerpt.
way below your league, a look at sentient aquatic life. Wish to explore the sea? Good luck. Even the most accomplished swimmers cannot swim very far before they tire out or are pulled underwater by the currents. Even with a ship, it is difficult to properly explore beneath the surface without some means of breathing underwater. Truly, only the mer people have ever been known to offer aid in this regard. Though the relationship between land dwellers and their marine counterparts has been somewhat strained over the years, it is said that the mer people, in particular their leader, King Neptune, can appraise an individual quite accurately. In fact, they seem to possess a natural ability to sense whether a person intends hostility toward them or not. Fortunately for the would-be adventurer to their underwater kingdom, they are a peaceful people, not prone to unwarranted acts of violence. The mer people's nature is in sharp contrast to that of their neighbors, the Sharkies, who live in seclusion in the deeper, darker waters of the ocean. Little is known about them except that they are fearsome to behold and do not take kindly to visitors. They are rumored to be excessively xenophobic and hence avoided contact with most of the outside world. It can be assumed that trespassers into their territory would be dealt with swiftly and harshly.
You have nothing else. The librarian has placed the book on the desk.
Okay, so I guess that's it.
Goodbye. No, I think
A large grandfather clock sits against the wall. It seems to keep good time. The clock indicates that it is midday.
Well, then the other place should be open now.
The door is locked. A sign next to it reads, "Open from noon till sunset." The sun's position in the sky indicates it is currently midday. The owner must not be an early riser.
Okay.
It's already midday and we don't have that much time left.
The town continues to the north away, but you are not interested in what lies in that direction.
Yes, we are.
Great. Back over here.
The town continues to the east away, but you are not interested in what lies in that direction.
I want to not game. Just.
Okay, so the town is basically one screen. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
I don't ever like it when he does that.
Okay, so we need to find a pearl.
We go that way. I think that's the way to the church. From dusk to the dawn.
Yeah, this is the church.
What pearls from that dude?
Huh?
The pearls that he would trade.
Yeah, we gotta find pearls.
The door appears to be barred from the inside. The church must not be open at this time.
Yeah, from dusk till dawn.
Dusk.
That means dark. So it's open during the night.
I've always wondered about that. Run.
You have run into...
Go, baby.
You haven't gone that way yet. You haven't gone this way.
Hang on, I'm saving right now.
Oh, you haven't gone this way.
Save. Hold on just a minute.
Wizard's Path.
After library. After library.
Library.
Okay,
Down
so...
here, that face looks derpy. That rock, actually. This is where we just were.
I know.
Wait, try to go over there. Wait, we pick up that fence, don't we? Pick up that fence.
The mermaid looks at your offering distastefully. She is not interested in it.
But I have a library card. That means I'm intelligent. I wonder if she like our mallet.
Don't snap.
I want to close
If your
head.
aim is to frighten her, you're going the right way about it.
Hold on.
You want the earrings? Wait, you have to press it. Okay.
The mermaid eyes the valuable for a moment, but does not appear overly interested in it.
What about whatever it's called?
The sword? Oh, nothing.
If your aim is to frighten her, you're going the right way about it.
Get off the sapphire gem.
The mermaid eyes the valuable for a moment, but does not appear overly interested in it.
I don't think I have what she's looking for now. What she's looking for is that comb.
Go.
So I'm gonna...
Oh, you take that. No, you take that. And grab the plank.
The fallen picket feels reasonably sturdy and is pointed at one end. Believing that you may find a use for it, you retrieve it and carry it with you.
Would you like some fencing?
If she wanted a picket, she would have swum up to the shore and retrieved one herself.
That's true. She could have done that.
She can't do that. She's a mermaid.
No, she could have done it.
How's she out of fish.
You say a few words to the mermaid. It quickly becomes apparent to you that she cannot understand your strange speech, let alone speak it.
No.
As you walk towards the mermaid, she tenses suddenly. Clearly, while she finds you to be a somewhat interesting and perhaps amusing creature, she still does not trust you in the slightest.
No. No reason to scare her.
Knocked on the door.
Oh, what do you think? I should again?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
You attempt to open the door, but find it.
Nah.
Use the fence post. Just bars the door down. I'm here to get
There we go. Okay. So.
pickles. Sparky water.
Yeah.
Sparky water. Go to the sparkly water. Go to the sparkly water.
I don't think I can catch the...
This water field. You should stand in the water if you want to try that.
Oh.
This water. You walk into position and try to catch the baby bird. Though you are quick, the small bird is quicker. It darts along the water out of your reach. You will not be able to catch it with your bare hands.
Sparky water, go to
You
sparkly
walk
water.
into position and try to Though you are
Okay.
Hand.
I won't be able to do it.
Get sparkly water.
I can't get this sparkly water. What are you talking about? There's something about this right here.
You look under the log, but find nothing. It was a good idea, though.
Right. Oh. So I gotta bring the other duck over here with the geese or something. I need a net. The net. It's over. I gotta go back to the first screen. Go back to the. Yeah, that's what it is. I gotta go back to the dock.
What dog?
The dock. Oh look.
Repressing the urge. Repressing the urge.
Oh my Nelly.
Repressing the urge.
Hello, who are you?
My name is Graham. What is yours?
Possum. That is what my grandma calls me. She is not at all well these days. I was collecting flowers for her, but now I cannot anymore.
Why is that?
My basket is missing. I've looked everywhere for it. It must be around here somewhere.
I will keep my eye out for it.
Thank you, Graham.
Her voice.
I know. It's
Annoying. Oh my
Victor.
goodness.
Victor. Annoying? No,
cute.
it's cute. It's a cute voice. It's a little girl's voice. Actually, I think she's. I wouldn't be surprised if she was voiced by a boy, just trying to sound like a girl. You know.
That is annoying.
Annoying. Her voice is annoying. Maybe is that right?
This is the funny thing, Batmobile.
Yeah, it's Batmobile.
And even as classic.
Like Agatha, like doesn't know what she's coming or going here. Wrecked, yeah.
No, someone with a skeleton.
What?
The skeletons.
Yeah. You go back. You gotta put the gems in there.
You have one of them.
No, I don't think we're ready to do that yet.
You look under the log and discover a clam lying beneath it. You pick it up.
Guess what? Guess what's in that clam? A pearl, baby.
Use a mallet.
You will not require that much force to open the clam.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Use the mallet. Use the mallet. Use the mallet. Use the mallet.
You open the clam and discover, to your surprise, a dazzling pearl.
Yeah. Got the pearl, baby.
Pearl.
Alright, let's look at this bad boy.
The shiny, beautiful pearl seems to radiate a soft glow.
Awesome
You have
sauce.
to go give it to the merchant.
So let's say,
Oh, that is a pearl.
okay,
P-E-A-R-L.
place,
Should be called pearl.
pearl. That's okay. Alright, rats. Okay, so, gotta find that basket. I gotta get back to town. There's Possum. She just,
Catch him.
I don't know.
Annoying.
Annoying?
Annoying ant That's an annoying.
It's annoying to me.
It's annoying to you?
You have run into an evil.
I'm too far. What?
No, you don't get caught by him. You go to the next screen.
I was thinking to say, I didn't get caught by that guy.
No, it's, if you touch him, he uses a magic spell on you.
I was going to say, there's no way he got me. The screen just kind of went dark. Where is Possum's basket? Let's go back to town. Let's go and get this guy out here taken care of. Maybe after this, we'll do this. We'll go back and see if we can get into the antique store. If we can't, we'll call it a day. Because we're already at 27 points. This will be our first recording. Because I don't want to spend all day doing this. Come on, Graham. Get in there.
Give him the pearl. Pearl, the pearl.
Would you be interested in this pearl?
Indeed, I would. In return, the shell I present to you. May you be always groomed well.
The merchant grabs the pearl and tosses the shell comb to you. Then he saunters off. History will decide how greatly you were just swindled.
Oh, what a beauty. This will be worth a fortune back home.
What did you say, Carl? Like, what did you say? You'll be what?
The town gives you a pleasant feeling.
Yeah.
You should have whacked him on the head with the mallet.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Whack the librarian in the mallet.
You have nothing else to... You have...
Great.
You need to get all the books.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Wait, actually.
The door is locked. A sign next to it reads, "Open the sun's position in the..."
Okay. It's still mid. Oh, what the man? The time's left.
We gotta go get Ned.
We gotta go find possums. So, I guess we can befriend the mermaid right now.
Yeah, go, do it.
No, I don't want to say that till next time.
No, you have to now, because you got...
No. First thing I want to do is find Possum's basket.
You've
But that may not pop up until something else is triggered.
The mermaid.
I get another, lemons is all I have.
You won't be needing an...
Great, okay, forget. I thought, you know, you're always thinking about stuff like that.
Lemon. You have to now, because you've already done it. I mean, you've already gotten the comb.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you've already gotten the comb to
Be
your
quiet. Be quiet. I want to go with the net right now, actually.
Get the net, get the net, get the net, get the net. Oh, this is where you meet the sharkies.
No, it's not.
No,
You need
can
to
get
swim
the
close.
sharkies.
Oh gosh, I need to swim closer.
But you can meet the sharkies here. If you keep swimming, you'll meet a shark.
You untangle the net from the pylon and take it with you.
It should have been an animation of Graham swimming instead of the walking thing.
He is swimming.
No, it showed on the walk thing. It showed him walking. You have to go get the mermaid now because you've already gotten the comb. You have to do it. You gotta do it. You gotta show it.
I'm gonna save right here because if I trigger something tonight, it's gonna take me off in Grand Adventure. I'm gonna save right here because I want that to be like the next video. We'll do the mermaid thing on the next video.
No.
Let's find Possum's thing right now. Yes.
No. You've
Yes,
already
alright.
gotten it. Save it still. Still. Save it. I told you to save it.
Hang on, I will.
You should have saved it in front of the mermaid.
Place. Pearl.
Mermaid.
Mermaid. Comb. So let's go find.
Dad, you have to do something.
Actually, hold on a second. Let me go in here and talk to.
You attempt to open the...
No, of course not. I gotta find her.
Your reach, removing any...
Oh, doggone! That's right. I'm walking.
Pickets.
Seems like her basket doesn't show up until something else is triggered. Like I gotta do something else first.
'Cause you do. Ducky.
There's the, oh, I could get the duck.
Yes, you have the net. Oh, it's the goose. Ducky. Ducky. You already have it equipped.
Come on, bro.
Equipped it. Ducky.
Oh, come
Ducky,
on,
ducky,
Graham.
ducky. Ducky, 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 duck.
Don't throw that into the lake. Don't throw that. Don't throw that into the...
Dad, it's on the blue little mark. You got
The
him.
best place to attempt that would be from the lower bank.
Really?
Where? Stupid Graham. Stupid Graham.
Don't throw that. Don't throw that in... The best place to it.
Oh, do I have to walk over
You
here?
have to be in the water. You have to be in the water.
I do?
Yes. Try. I dare you to try.
You walk into position and try to catch the baby bird.
Well, I wasn't in the water when I did it.
Done, man.
You throw the net over the pond, and the baby bird is caught unharmed.
Thank goodness. Okay, we have a bird.
A bird.
We got a bird. We got a bird here. We got a bird.
We need
Bird,
to send
bird,
that
bird, bird.
to the bird
We got a bird.
family. We got a bird.
The bird family?
Yeah. We got a bird.
Wait,
We got
where
a
is the bird family? This way?
Birds, birds, birds. Put the
Bird,
in.
bird, bird. Bird is
You
the bird.
release the little bird into the
Bird is the
pond.
bird.
Everybody
Bird,
else
bird, bird.
said-
Bird is the bird. Feather.
That reminds me of when you have to jump on the bird. The jumping of the birds. Jumping on the bird, jumping on the bird.
You pick up the white feather and put it carefully away.
What do we need the white feather for?
I don't know. Go do the mermaid thing.
No, I want to find possums.
Oh! You have to trigger something first.
I know. What is that?
It's called the mermaid.
No, it's no. We do that. We do that before the mermaid.
I just want you to do the mermaid.
I've been wanting to play King's Quest for months, and you haven't been wanting to do it.
I want to
And
do
now
the
you want.
mermaid.
And now you want to do the mermaid. That'll be the next video.
No, no,
Let's just finish up this thing with possum first.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Where did that girl put that basket? Heavens to Betsy, where'd she put that basket?
What
Go
is
this way.
happens to Betsy?
It's just saying.
Run. Run. You're going the wrong way. You ain't meeting possum like that. You have to go to the evil place, then you'll meet her by going down. Go to the evil place.
No.
Yes, I know what I mean. See, evil
Possum.
place is up there.
Possum, where did you put that?
Do the skull.
As you near the cave, the bat symbol above the entrance starts radiating an ominous black glow.
Yeah.
Don't do the swamp yet.
No, I ain't in the swamp
That's a
yet.
witch. What swamp?
Feels like rocks. Feels like
Dad, you gotta go do the mermaid.
I am not doing the mermaid thing right
I
now. You might as well forget
dog
it.
dare you.
It's not a matter of a dare, Oliver.
I still triple dog dare you. I don't care.
Doesn't
I
matter.
quadruple double dare you.
Possum.
Annoying.
Annoying.
Annoying. Anthony, no.
Man, where is this?
Basket.
I'm almost tempted to
What?
like look it up.
Do it. Do it. I triple dog dare you to look it up.
Somehow I don't think it's two. It's 2 frames.
you have run into it.
I always hate that. I always figure it's gonna trigger something. I'm gonna get caught. Go blow your nose, kid.
Nope.
Nope.
Waiting for
I'm
you.
clicking over here. What the hell in the world?
Run.
Let me see. No, not.
How long are you gonna take to look up the
I'll cut all this out. I want to find that basket for her.
Daddy, just please. Oh, actually, once you trigger her, you can go into that place.
Possum.
Where'd you put your basket?
Where'd you put your basket?
Where is it at?
Where's your basket?
Where is it?
Something tells me it's not near here. It's like somewhere in the later, like far over. Like she put it somewhere weird.
Like in your face? Like Graham just searches his pockets. Oh, here's Possum's basket.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, like in Graham's pockets.
That's what I just said. Like, that's of course is where it is.
No, go this way. Go this way. I'm telling you.
There it is.
Hey, that wasn't there before.
Found it.
That wasn't there.
No, I didn't come this far.
You take the basket.
Yeah, we went there with the little ripple in the ground.
Yeah, but it wasn't there. We hadn't talked to Possum yet last time we were here.
Once you give the Possum, you have. Wait, no.
Once I go to Possum,
you actually can go.
I'm doing a save and we're done.
No, once you give the Possum, you go in that house.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
No, I think Possum goes back to the house, actually.
Yeah, she goes to the house, then you can go in the house because she unlocks the house.
There she is.
Give her the basket.
You can't use that. You can't.
There, good.
You can't.
You hand the basket to Possum.
Thank you, kind sir. Please take this flower. I'm afraid it's all I have to give you.
It is more than enough. I notice that you have picked only yellow flowers.
Of course. Is it not customary for one to pick yellow flowers for another who is gravely ill?
Certainly it is. I'm sorry to hear about your grandma, Possum.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You can go into her house now.
Victor said, sorry about your annoying voice. Sorry about your annoying voice, Possum. Okay, we got a flower.
You can go into her house too.
Bro, you are obsessed. I'm glad you like this game now.
Go into her house.
Go into her house.
I triple dog dared.
It's not about a dare, Oliver. I don't need you to dare me.
I don't care. Go into the house.
It's a triple dog dare.
I want you
It's a
to.
triple dog dare.
Why do you always go over there?
I don't know.
Mermaid.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Go into the house. You can go into the house now.
Hang on, chill out.
You attempt to open the door.
We'll find it is locked.
What? Then how did Possum get in?
Okay.
Because he...
How did Possum?
Save.
Wolfie, because there's no wolf.
Replace. There we go. Replace. There's my save. Okay.
Replace mermaid comb with mermaid comb.
No, I just saved.
You need to do it. Do it now.
I just want to see what's gonna happen.
You hold out the shell comb in your hand. Clear recognition shines from the mermaid's delicate features. She hesitates a moment, then cautiously extends her arm, hands open expectantly. You gently place the shell comb in her palm. The mermaid examines it and smiles. She removes an opal necklace from around her neck and hands it to you. After a moment of admiring her once-lost possession, she looks at you with anticipation. You attempt to charade the act of going underwater to the mermaid. She regards you with a look of puzzlement. Just when the whole demonstration becomes too embarrassing to continue, she suddenly dives into the sea and swims right up to you. After giving you a rather intense kiss, the mermaid dives under the water again. You wonder where she has disappeared to. Then suddenly, you feel a pulling at your legs. The mermaid holds on to you, keeping you from resurfacing. You struggle instinctively while trying to hold your breath, but she will not let go. You know you are going to black out soon. Wait a minute, you're still breathing. How can this be? Could it have been the mermaid's kiss? Speaking of which, where has she gone to this time?
Do it. Come on.
Oh, she brought you a seahorse.
Let's do this. Horsey boy. You take the hand and you get the swimming icon. Horsey
Well,
boy.
this is a new experience. The seahorse willingly allows you to climb upon its back. You slide into the little saddle and take up the reins in your hands. You just hope this creature knows where it is taking you. After a time of traveling through ever-deepening water, you arrive at a massive stone archway. Passing through it, you notice it is covered with many different intricate symbols, none of which you recognize. Mer writing, perhaps? As you emerge on the other side of the arch, a grand sight greets your eyes.
No, Neptune. The same thing, but yeah, King Neptune.
You have entered an aquatic throne room. As one would expect, such a place has a throne of sorts. But what you see seated in it takes your breath away, if that still applies. It is unmistakably the ruler of the Mer people, the king of this watery world. Known by many names, Neptune is the one by which he is best known to your kind.
Here we go.
Then what you have to do is show them the mermaid.
Graham just dancing on this. Everybody just dancing. Everybody's dancing.
You show them the necklace.
It was a gift from one of the Mer people.
Oh, okay.
You give him.
You bow before the king. He returns the gesture with a lowering of his own head. You open your mouth to speak, but only a bubble emerges. It begins floating up to the surface. You watch as your air bubble divides in two. Incredibly, each half maintains its semi-spherical shape. You take the half bubbles in your hands and position them respectively near your mouth and ear. A deep, elegant voice instantly booms from them.
You are welcome here, human.
Thank you. I am King Graham of Daventry.
Your courtesy depicts your stature. What is it you seek here?
You explain that you are seeking the 3 gems of nature, and that you believe one of them to be somewhere in this realm. You demonstrate the approximate size and shape of the gem, then mention the Door of Destiny and what you hope to find on the other side.
I do have that which you are seeking, and know of the Door of Destiny. It is very old. Its origin is known to but a few. What I possess was known to the ancients as the Birth Gem. In the realm of the Mer people, it is called the Water Gem, for without water, life cannot begin.
Might I have this gem, Your Majesty?
I shall let you have the gem, but first I must ask you to earn it by way of performing a service for me.
You are about to say anything, but then remember what you heard the last time you said that word to the stone door. Instead, you just nod and allow Neptune to continue.
My trident, the symbol of my power and the strength of my people, has been stolen.
A faint mumbling can be heard through the ear half of your bubble. This event is obviously of concern to those in attendance.
It is believed that one of our allies and neighbors have taken advantage of the Mer people's kindness, and that their own king now has possession of the trident. If you can reclaim it in the name of the Mer people, I will grant you ownership of the Water Gem. Will you do this, King Graham?
The murmuring has stopped. All are awaiting your response.
I would be honored to reclaim your trident, Your Majesty.
My sentries will escort you to the border between our 2 kingdoms. You may continue to use that steed to hasten your journey. It is my best. My sincerest hopes that you do not fall victim to the Sharkies.
I knew it.
As you prepare yourself for this new quest, a sudden pang of apprehension seizes you. Did the king just say Sharkies, as in sharks?
Take out your sword and put it in there.
So what now?
out your sword just in case Sharky's come.
Your Majesty, is there anything you can tell me about the Sharkies?
They are large, fierce, and carnivorous.
Anything else?
They are always hungry.
Anything that might be of benefit?
Like something to help you live longer?
I do recall that they have poorer vision than we mer people do, as they dwell in the darker waters.
So I might have a chance were I to encounter one.
You can always hope.
That was not inspiring.
Take out the sword just in case.
Why was your trident stolen?
That is a matter of great concern to me. Should the Sharky King determine the trident's nature, he would assuredly bring about the deaths of countless mer-people.
I shall return as soon as I am able, Your Majesty.
Good luck.
As you depart the underwater kingdom, you see 2 guards waiting to escort you to the Sharky's realm.
Take out your sword.
Hang on.
Take out your sword.
Hang on.
Okay, go to Sharky's. Time to go to Sharky's. This is just like the
The
desert.
sentries swiftly guide you along the bottom of the seabed, descending into much darker, colder water. After keeping pace with them for what seems like an eternity, you notice a forebodingly dark area looming closer and closer.
This is where you were just.
You have arrived at the border of the Sharky's kingdom. This is as far as the sentries will take you. One of the guards salutes you. Then they both head back to the safety of their own waters. You're on your own from here, Graham.
Okay, we're saving here.
Take it up there.
Those
Take the
guards were
sword.
sure in a big hurry to get out of here.
Yeah, they're wimps. Okay.
Okay.
And that's the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching. We will continue this very soon. Oh, he's even talking underwater like that. Yes, I do.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Click the profile picture in the upper left hand corner to subscribe and join Team Boogie. Check out our